All right, let's get right into it because Google might have just dropped the cheapest and fastest AI video generation model we have ever seen. It's called Veo 3.1 Lite, and today we are going to put it through the ringer to see if that super low price is actually worth it.
And believe me, that is not an exaggeration. The minute this new model was released, it sent some serious shockwaves through the AI community, all because of what it promises to do. So let's break down what we're really looking at here.
So here's the deal. Veo 3.1 Lite is basically designed to be the ultimate budget-friendly option. You're getting the most important features of its bigger, more powerful brother, like native audio, but for a whole lot less money. The big question, though, is what's the catch? What are you giving up for that price?
To find out, we're going to kick things off with what I'm calling the burnt toast test. Yeah, you heard me right. We're going to throw a really complex, super detailed prompt at this model to see how it juggles some crazy action and sound design all at the same time.
This is where the rubber meets the road, right? It's one thing to make a simple, silent little clip. But can a budget model like this one really handle specific dialogue, a bunch of different sound effects, and some frantic action without completely falling apart? Let's take a look at the prompt we threw at it.
I mean, just look at the level of detail we're asking for here. We're not just saying a guy in a kitchen. Oh no, we're asking for a specific Southern accent, perfect lip syncing, a handheld camera shake, the sound of toast popping, a smoke alarm going off, birds chirping outside. It's a massive, massive ask for any model, let alone the cheapest one on the market. So, how'd it do?
Okay, so the results were, well, a bit of a mixed bag. On one hand, the audio was, no joke, incredibly impressive. It totally nailed the different sounds, the toast, the alarm, the dialogue was all super clear. But then you look at the visuals, and yeah, you can see some of that classic AI weirdness, a bit of distortion. It's not awful, but it's definitely not what you'd call hyper-realistic.
But you know, a result like that doesn't really tell you the whole story on its own. To get a real feel for its performance, we've got to put it head-to-head with its more expensive sibling and one of the key competitors out there.
And this chart just lays out the trade-offs perfectly. As you can see, the pricier Veo 3.1 fast model, noticeably less distortion. And a competitor like Grok Imagine had basically zero visual flaws, but its audio is described as, well, a little weird. So it looks like Veo Lite is making a very specific choice. It's prioritizing awesome audio over perfect visuals. Pretty interesting.
Okay, for our next test, we're really upping the ante. Short clips are one thing, but can this ultra-cheap model actually create a full-blown 40-second commercial? This is where things got really, really interesting.
So here's how making a longer video is supposed to work. These Veo models can only generate about 8 seconds of video at a time. To go longer, you generate your first clip. You click this little extend button, and then you just feed it the prompt for the next scene, stitching them together one by one. Simple enough, right? Well, this is where we hit a massive, massive problem.
And seriously, you need to hear this. This is a huge warning for anyone out there who's hoping to use this model for longer projects. This little discovery was, honestly, a pretty big disappointment.
Here's the catch, and it is a big one. When you click that extend button to make your video longer, Veo 3.1 Lite is just not an option. You are literally forced to switch to a more expensive model to continue. This just completely changes the math. That whole ultra-cheap appeal, it goes right out the window the second your video needs to be longer than 8 seconds. So, after putting it through its paces, what's the final call? With that major limitation in mind, who is this model actually for?
And I think this quote just nails it. Is it the most amazing photorealistic AI video out there? No, not even close. But it's not trying to be. You have to anchor your expectations to its price point, because that is its #1 selling feature. So this is where it really shines. It's an incredible tool for rapid prototyping and quick and dirty work. If you want to quickly block out the scenes for a commercial, test out a bunch of different video ideas, or just generate some simple B-roll footage without spending a ton of money, this is your model. It's all about speed and saving cash, not about creating that final, polished, long-form masterpiece.
And that really brings us to the core trade-off here. What you get is an amazing price and really fast video generation. But the catch is, you lose a bit of visual polish and, most importantly, you lose the ability to create longer videos on the cheap. It's a fantastic tool, but you absolutely have to know its limits going in.
Which leaves us all with one last really fascinating question. As these budget-friendly, good-enough AI models keep getting better,
Are we looking at the future of content creation? Is absolute perfection really worth the high price? Or are speed and affordability going to win out in the end? I'd love to know what you think.